Hi there, this is Floating in Dreams. Today we're going to be doing a full face makeup look with some products that were sent to me by Yesstyle. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Welcome to a new video where I'm going to be putting some makeup on my face. Most of these products were sent to me in PR by Yesstyle. In case you are unfamiliar, I make quite a bit of content with K-Beauty, C-Beauty, J-Beauty brands from time to time. And it has led me to get onto a PR list, and sometimes I get the opportunity to request some products. They're always pre-selected, so a lot of the products you're seeing here I did not select, so it's not always going to be my favorite colors, but it's very pink toned what I have for you today. So everything that's new to me is in this little clear cubby that I have. So I'll just talk you through all of these new bits and show you all of the swatches and stuff. And I will be supplementing to create the full face makeup look with some K-Beauty products I already had in my makeup collection to begin with, and some other bits and bobs from my Shop My Stash to do the full look. So let's get this show on the road. So I've already applied my primer, which is the Glossier Future Dew, and let me explain to you a little bit how we got here. So I was sent an email last year in my birthday month by Yesstyle saying like, hey, you generated this many commissions in your birthday month, and they send me this huge box of stuff, and every once in a while I now get emails asking me if I want to receive product. They pre-select the products you get and you need to request them, so if you don't want to receive anything then you don't have to. So for a few months there wasn't anything that really captured my interest. But when this was offered to me, I was like, yes, it's very flower nose heavy, but I love trying flower nose. And so I was like, okay, there are some other bits in here that I'm really excited for. So that's what we will be playing around with most of this in the video. But I also thought it could be fun to kick off K-Beauty week for you, because every video going live this week is going to be Asian beauty, K-Beauty inspired. And there are currently also quite a few products that I bought from Yesstyle with my own money in my eyeshadow palette review for June. So I thought it could be a nice theme throughout the month, also because I will be traveling to Japan over the summertime. So I was like, you know what, I'm really feeling the whole Asian spirit of things, and let me just do some makeup as well. So here is the NYX HD eyeshadow primer, which I have been using ever since I put it in my Shop My Stash. And then I'll talk you through some of these products because not all of them are necessarily makeup related. One of the products they sent me is this. It's a mirror. I left the sticker on so I could show it to you in the video. And I did already swatch all of these bits, so I'll make sure to insert some pictures with all of the swatches of these as well. But look at this. It's from the Flower Nose Strawberry Cupid collection that came out, and that's what the Flower Nose products that they send me are all from. But look at this, it's so ornate. I will never be able to use this though because I need two hands when I do my makeup. So this is not my thing, but I'm gonna keep it on top of my vanity just to look at it and have it be pretty from time to time. So I'm gonna go in with foundation first. This is the Parnell cushion. This was actually sent to me in another one of these boxes that Yesstyle sent me. This was in my Shop My Stash, I think last month, and I gave it a full review. And this is a beautiful product. It's just running out on me really, really quickly. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I've applied this on camera. And I was like, you know what? This is my chance to show this really nice cushion. It's very hydrating, so it's great for summer. And I feel it even has a bit of a cooling effect. I think it's called the Sika Manu cushion or something like that. I've seen quite a few creators online talking about it, so I'm definitely not the only one who's received it, I'm sure. It does seem to come in quite a few shades, which is good. And the one they sent me is shade 21N, which is perhaps a little bit too yellow for my liking. Like, I could have done with the Rosy shade because this 21 shade comes in, I think, 3 different undertones, so that's good. It's a very hydrating formula, as I already mentioned, and it's quite thin. And that's what I feel sort of makes this product run out so quickly, because the cushion was super saturated when I first opened it up, but this little pad absorbs most of the product. So with this one, I think, like with most cushions, I don't mind the little pad that it comes with, but I really feel that this one was soaking up most of the product, and I have to keep dipping in to create an even layer. Like, it is a cushion foundation, so like some of them are a little bit more full coverage, but it's still going to be a very natural look to begin with. And this is fine for me. Like, this is enough coverage for me to go into a concealer next, which I also have from a K-beauty brand. This is by the same, this is the Tip Concealer Cover Perfection in shade 0.5. And this is a wonderful concealer. If you don't have access to the Kiko Skin Tone Concealer, I find that this is very comparable, but this has a better shade range. So, because I think the Kiko one only comes in like 2 or 3 shades or something. Like, something like that. So, maybe 5. It's not that few. I know that much. Where did my little brush go? But this one definitely comes in many more lighter shades, in case you were looking for that. Because this is actually, for this time of year, it's perhaps a little bit too light for me, actually. But yeah, it's a little bit more pink toned as well, so it can neutralize some of the yellow undertone of the cushion, I think. So yeah, I do really like this concealer in particular. I've gone through one of these in the past, so I used it up completely and repurchased it, which in my book, that's always a good sign when it comes to how much you love your makeup, is if you've used it up completely and you want to go out and buy it again because you can no longer stand not having it in your life. And that's definitely what happened to me and this concealer. I'm like doing the worst job of blending this out. Sadly, I no longer have a Asian brand powder, so I'm just going to be using my Kosas one that I've been using as part of my Shop My Stash. And that brings me to brows, which is also for my Shop My Stash. I do apologize. We're going to get to the fun stuff in a second for sure. They actually gave me more products than I can possibly show you on my face in a single video. That usually happens with these boxes, but there's one blush that I just really, really want to use. So brows done, again, with products from my Shop My Stash. So for cheeks, they sent me 3 things, and I want to show you these first. They sent me this blusher from Judydoll. This is in the shade Peach Milkshake, I believe. This is really pretty if you like those very light apricot-y kind of shades. This looks really pretty, but I think this is going to be a little bit too light for what I want to go for, because the eyeshadow palette I have is quite pink heavy, and I was like, then I also want a pink blush, and they luckily for me also sent me one of the liquid blushes from Flower Nose from the Strawberry Cupid line. I don't know what the shade name is. I think it was something like Rosy Madeleine, something like that. You know, like the French cookie sort of name. And I really want to put this on because look at that shade. I think it's going to work really well with what the eyeshadow palette has to offer, which I'll show you in a second. And then this is by Biya, and this is a highlighter stick. And this looks like, I like that it has this little cap. It means it stays for longer, I'm sure. So this looks very champagne-y, but then when I swatched it, it reminded me a lot of what the Glossier Halo Quartz in Halo Scope in Quartz looks like, and with perhaps a little bit more sparkle. But I'm gonna try and see if this is anything similar, because my Glossier one expired, so I'm still on the fence. Like, should I repurchase that? Yes or no? I'm still undecided on that, so maybe this can be a good replacement for it. Who knows? I am going to go in with a bronzing type product first. Within Asian Beauty, bronzing your skin isn't really a thing they do a lot, but I have found a contour product by Peri Pera. This is the V shading, ink V shading, photo ready in almond brown. And on me, this works like a bronzer, so I'm going to be applied as such. And it just adds a subtle bit of color, I find. It's not too intense. That one isn't in my Shop My Stash currently, but because I have that product around, precisely because I do these videos from time to time, I like to keep it on hand. So now I'm going to go in with the Biya highlighter stick. And when it comes to these little stick products, I never use them. The first time I use them, I never go in straight from the stick, but I like to apply it a little bit to the tips of my fingers to warm it up, and then blend it in for the most natural look and feel. And one of the things I've always, ooh, that's really pretty. Do you see how that added so much glow? But like more like a wet glow. It's not like a true intense highlighter. I like that. And that was the effect that the Halo Scope from Glossier had on my skin as well. So that is, I think, really, really lovely. And one of the things I've always liked about the Glossier Halo Scope, and therefore also with this one, is that it's the RMS Living Luminizer, but in stick form. And sometimes I want the handiness of a stick over the RMS Beauty, which comes in a little pot. That one is currently in my Shop My Stash. And I'm really enjoying it again. But yeah, this is really beautiful. I'm really happy with that product. And now I don't need the Glossier one anymore if I don't want to. Going in with the liquid blush from Flower Nose. So I already saw from swatching it that this is incredibly pigmented. Like I put a little dot on the back of my hand and then I like wiped it down and it was like full on pigment. So I'm going to start off with just a little bit on the back of my hand and then transferring it with my fingers. And then we'll see. Sometimes with a lot of Asian beauty, things can be quite sheer, but I'd rather build it up than go in with too much. Does this have a fragrance? It does have some sort of like a fruity fragrance. Not sure I love that. Ooh, that's very pink. But I think it's pretty. So my adagio with any product I apply, especially if it's for the first time, is I can always add more, but I can never take it away. Or at least taking it away is going to be a lot more difficult to do. So that's why I like to work in subtle layers, and then you get this. This is a lot more blush than I would normally wear. Let me tell you that. This is intense, and I still, this was just one dot on the back of my hand, and I have this much left. So in case you were thinking that most Asian beauty brands have very sheer products, sometimes they do, but definitely not all. So before I do the eye look, I was sent 3 products by Yesstyle to put into this video today. And one of them is the Strawberry Cupid eyeshadow palette from Flower Nose. Does it say which shade this is? I don't know, but it's the pink toned one. It's very pink. Think pink and then dial it up by threefold because this is intense. It kind of works in my brain. This is the more softer, cooler tone side. And these are more warm toned, and also the shimmer. The 2 shimmers in here are both quite warm, which is why I'm very happy that they send me this single from Joocyee. I already have 2 of these, and they are so gorgeous. They are absolutely beautiful. This is shade D111, and I think I'm going to use this as my shimmer today. So I'm going to use the cooler tone mattes from the palette and then use this as my shimmer all over. Maybe that this little brown tone moment can be a lower lash line shade. We'll figure something out, but I'm going to do full on pinky purples. I'm going to go in with those pink tones and then this one on top. And then they also send me an eyeliner. If you, I'm not a liquid liner girl. I just am not. So I'm not sure whether this is going to ruin my look, yes or no. But I'm going to go in very, very subtle matter. Again, if you're looking for a good liquid liner, I think Asian brands do them so well because a lot of Asian people have hooded eyes. They make the finest liquid liners on the market. And even though I'm not a liquid liner girly, whenever they sent me one, I do want to give it a shot. So let me double prime my lids with my little MAC combo here and then do the eye look and come back to you for some lip products. And that is the finished look with these eye products. I really like them. The eyeshadow is super buttery. I've only used the 2 mattes down here, but they're super blendable and easy to work with. They are a little bit powdery though, and it smells really sweet. So I'm not sure what they've done with this, but it smells like really sweet strawberries. Not a huge fan of scents in my makeup. If you know, you know. And the Joocyee single is really pretty. It adds a lot of shine. It's super shimmery, but it doesn't have a heaviness to it. You know how some shimmers can feel really thick before they become impactful? This never does that. It's still very blendable. You can apply it with a brush and then intensify it with fingers like I did to get this full effect, and I think it's really pretty. And then the Novo eyeliner, because I don't think I mentioned the brand here. It has a little ball, so I did shake it up before using it, and it's super wet, and it goes on very, very smoothly and evenly, which is great because I have textured lids myself, and I always struggle with liquid liners emphasizing that texture, which is why I never use them. But this one, for the first time in years, I felt went on really, really easily. So very nice, fine brush hair tip. It's like painting it on, and it's not difficult to work with at all, which is a win for me. I think this looks really pretty, like a bit of a pretty pink blush with a pinky silvery eye. I'm very happy. Let's talk lips. And they sent me two things in terms of lips. This is from Go-Go Tales, and it's a lip cream, and you need to see this. It's like this little pockets, like it looks like AirPods. It's not. It's got lip products, and then this is your applicator. Like, look at that. It's focusing on me and not on the product. I'm terribly sorry, but this is what it looks like. Here's that little applicator again, just to show you it has a little heart. It's really, really cutesy. Perhaps a little too cutesy for me. There are two products in here. This one is the more pigmented side. This one is a bit more sheer and has shimmer. But they also sent me a lipstick, and this is from Color Rose, which is a brand I hadn't heard of before, but here is what the packaging looks like. And I try to be very careful when swatching this because look at this bullet. I hope the camera picks up the detail of the bullet, because a lot of C beauty brands are doing this where they emboss the outside of the lipstick, which is absolutely stunning. I've got a couple of things from Joocyee that have that, and also I think Florasis does it as well. So a lot of Asian beauty brands seem to be doing this, and it's really pretty. And when I swatch this on the back of my hand, I was like, wow, that looks like an intense lipstick. It's a very pretty sort of like rosy red, so I really want to see what this looks like on my lips and finish this one off in the video. So here's the lipstick. Sadly, a little bit too warm. It pulls very orange on me, which is a bit of a shame. Am I going to take this off and apply the Go-Go Tails? I feel it kind of throws off the rest of the look because everything is like cool tone pink up here, and then this is suddenly really warm toned. Ooh, and it makes my teeth look super yellow, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm going to take off the lipstick, so let me see how this goes. I'm going to go into the pigment side because I think that's what I want. This one feels very moussey, and you can like pick it up with the little applicator, which I'm gonna clean off straight away. Yeah, I like this a little bit better because the other one was just a little bit too intense for the rest of the look. Now, do I wanna, I think I'm gonna apply some of the shimmer shade as well. So I'm gonna scoop a little bit out with my little applicator again. But I think what I'm gonna do is like put it on my pinky and like dab it on like that. Yeah, so it's like, it almost feels like one side is like this moussey lip cream, which is also more matte and drying. And then the left side is sort of more like a gloss formula where it sort of adds shine and it makes the entire lip product feel a little bit more hydrating. So I do think you need to layer both of them to get the full effect. And I am really happy with what this look turned into. So thank you so very much for watching me here today. Remember, stay tuned for more Asian beauty content this week because I will be chatting to you about some K-beauty favorites that I have found over the years because there are a lot. These were just some new in bits that I wanted to showcase, so thanks so much to Yesstyle for sending them my way. So I have something new to show you, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video today, and then I hope to see you again really, really soon with a new video because I do make videos 4 times a week. So if you subscribe, then you know exactly when I have posted a new video if you use the subscriber tab here on YouTube. So thanks so much for being here, and then I hope to see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.